I don't know how I should start this. Happy Thanksgiving. Chase is over there eating enchiladas right now.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome back. We are going to make a turkey in the camper. I've never done this before. I've made turkeys before, but not in the camper, so this will be interesting. There's a few different ways to do it depending on your camper oven and what you have. I'm going to try to do it whole. I was going to spatchcock it in the sense of laying it, you cut the backbone out, you lay it flat, but I don't have a pan that's going to be able to do that. We're just going to do it whole. I know some people who have like a convection microwave oven that's pretty wide, pretty big. I've seen people do spatchcocks turkeys in there, but we don't have a microwave anymore. That bit the dust this summer and that's gone. We're going to do it whole. I have a 9x13 glass pan. Yes, I know it's glass. It's not a big baking dish and I don't have a wide rack, but I am going to use whatever I have. I did not go out and buy anything new because I didn't want to buy anything new. I didn't want to buy a roasting pan and then have to store or sell it or whatever. So we have a glass 9x13 pan. I cut the onions in half like this, so that way they can lay flat and kind of act as a rack per se for the turkey. Oven is preheating. A few things, I did a video months ago about RV kitchen cooking and stuff, and I recommend getting a pizza stone or a stone to put at the bottom, so that way it kind of helps even distribute the heat, and then also get an oven thermometer. My oven does not have a thermometer. It won't ding whenever it's done. So I have an oven thermometer that helps keep track of that. I'm not trying to go too fancy here. I have some unsalted butter that is softened. I added sage, rosemary, and thyme, some salt and pepper. That's all I'm going to do. I'm trying to keep it pretty simple because I don't want to overcomplicate it. Let's cut into our turkey. Let's check it out. I did wash my hands. All right. It's a 12.5 pound bird. This was the smallest one I could find. Take this off because I don't want to cook plastic. Oh wow, it's like, how the heck? How do you get this out? There you go. Golly. All right, see if there's any, oh, got the neck. I'm going to put this in a small pot with some water and let it simmer to make kind of like a gravy. Kenai's over here. That is clear. Do you mind helping me quickly? Can you rip off some paper towels for me? We're gonna pat dry the turkey and then we're going to add the butter mixture.
Hello, everybody. How many do you need?
I need quite a bit, but just kind of break me off a few at a time. Oh, I also have the oven preheating at 350. More, please, sir. Do you think this is gonna work?
In our
oven?
RV? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When has it never worked?
When has it never? Well, I've never done a turkey in our camper oven. I've done whole like chickens, but like this is definitely not a chicken. I know some people will do smokers. If you have a smoker, maybe that could be a way to cook your turkey if you're in an RV. Thank you. Pretty dry.
Good looking turkey.
Yeah, it's actually, I got it at Costco. Or you were with me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm pretty.
Look bad, right?
No, it looks like a pretty good turkey. I honestly think this might work pretty well. Thank you.
Yep.
Assistant. Yes. All right. So, like I said,
I'll be in the living room.
You'll be in the living room. Like I said, every RV oven is going to be a little different in the sense of size. I feel like ours is a medium-sized oven for a camper. It's not the small ones that you'll see, like especially in travel trailers. But I feel like I'm just separating the skin from the turkey. I feel like for a camper, it's actually like pretty good size. I did move the rack to the bottom one. All right, we are going to add softened butter to the inside of our turkey. And we'll give it a little massage. That way it kind of gets all the way in there. Now, I'm not gonna do any of the sides in this video. This is strictly turkey because everyone's gonna have different sides of like what they want for Thanksgiving. I'm just doing the turkey. I know this is like a week before Thanksgiving anyway, but I figured this would give you all an idea of how to cook at least the turkey in the camper. Now, it might be a little controversial how I'm going to put it in the actual pan, and I'll show you here in a second, but that's just how my grandma taught me. It's worked out really well. I've made a few turkeys this way in the sense of like how I'm gonna put it in the pan, and it's done really well. So I'm just kind of sticking with what has worked best for me. You know, you do you. If you like doing it a different way, that's totally fine. I also did not brine the turkey because I don't have a container big enough to do a brine for the turkey. So we're not doing that. Done on that side. The only thing I did buy for this was a baster because I feel like that is kind of important. All right, throw some onions in there. I just did one onion and then some sage and rosemary. Shove that in there as well. Oh crap. Chase, can you help me quickly with one more thing? Sorry.
What do you need?
Can you get some of the thyme out of the fridge?
Thyme?
Thyme?
Thyme. Thyme.
It's pronounced time.
Thyme out of the
Thyme,
fridge.
yeah. If I find that video, I'll make sure to add it. Chase thought that thyme was thyme. This was like when we first got married. You thought that.
It's okay though.
That is okay.
Good.
Yeah. Can you open it up and just put a few in my hand? A few sprays in my hand. A couple more. Yeah, that whole bunch right there. That's good. Thank you. Thank you, good sir.
Yeah, you can add any of this.
Yeah, definitely can't have any of that. Just kind of have to maneuver the skin, peel it apart, so that way you can fit all the herbaceous herbs. All right, so you can, I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but you just have to separate it and kind of maneuver it. That way all the juices kind of in the seasoning stay on the actual turkey. I don't have any twine. I should have bought some twine to kind of keep the legs together, but that was my mistake. Turkey is going to go on the Ooh, I think that barely fits on there. Oh my gosh. So we have a dilemma here. I think I might try to cut some more onions up and raise the turkey a little bit so it's not completely on it like this. I think if I just like maybe raise it on this side, like put another onion right here, kind of help raise it up. I'm building like a veggie rack for it in a way to where it can kind of stay elevated. It's not ideal for it to touch the pan, but you know what? Will this work? This is not ideal, but then again, I did put a lot inside, so I'm not too worried about the top part. I think this is gonna work.
I believe.
You believe? That's comforting. Here is, oh my gosh. Here's our turkey. It's like a prayer. I put the breast side down because that's how my grandma taught me. Actually, she put it in a brown paper bag with all the seasonings and stuff with the breast side down. I feel like it just makes for a juicier white meat for turkey. That's how I've always done it. It turned out really well. So I know some people, if you like the chicken breasts all nice and crunchy and nice and golden brown, you can always flip it. I know it's dangerous to flip turkeys and stuff, but it is possible if you're just careful. Say a prayer. Kicks and gizzles. We're just gonna salt and pepper the top of it. I didn't do the bottom because that's where a lot of the salt, because I did put a lot of salt in the butter that's on the bottom, so I'm not gonna do that, but at least the top part. All right, say a prayer. I think in about an hour or so, I'm going to baste it, and then I'm also going to take some of the juices out because I know that the dish here is pretty stuffed because I wanted to make the veggies as the rack for the turkey to lay on. So I know I'm gonna take some of the juice out, put in the oven, 350, and we shall see what happens. Y'all, this barely fit. All right, I'm not gonna, but it's kind of hard to tell, but there's the turkey. It's like maybe a couple inches from the top of the oven. Sorry, the lighting's kind of bad, but let's say a prayer. I'm gonna set a timer for 30 minutes to check it. I'm not gonna try to check it a whole bunch because I want to keep the heat inside the camper. I mean, in the oven. I'll see you back in 30 minutes. You being a knucklehead. All right, in 30 minutes. I hear some sizzling, so that's a good sign. Gonna take a quick look because I don't want to let all the heat out. So let's see. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Not too, we're not overflowing and we're not like touching. I think we're doing pretty good. So I'm going to check in. I'm gonna check in about an hour. There's not as much juice at the bottom of the pan. Granted, it's only a half hour. So I think I'm gonna leave it for an hour and just kind of let it do its thing because I don't want to open up the oven so much just because it is a smaller oven. Once you open it up, you let a lot of the heat out. So we'll be back in an hour. All right, hopefully y'all can hear me. We have a fan going on upstairs. I think maybe halfway through, so like in another half hour, I might rotate it so that way it cooks evenly. Let's check it out. So this is an hour and a half into baking. Oh wow, okay. Well, definitely gonna have to take some of the juice out because it is quite literally almost overflowing. Was not expecting that much. I'm going to use one of these containers. These are like food safe. Used to use them in culinary school a lot. All right, I think what I might do, I don't want to pull the turkey out because it's really heavy and all the juices I don't want to spill. So I'm just going to use the baster and try to, let's see how this works. Was not expecting that much. Sorry, Chase is opening up a package. Pull it out just a little bit. I mean, it looks like it's cooking pretty good is the thing. I don't know if y'all can see that. Sorry, it's kind of a little dark. I'm just going to... I should be using something else to get all this out, but... Sorry if this isn't the best angle, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate it now. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of that. I don't know how much y'all can really see that. I know I'm letting all the hot air out. I'm going to rotate it again. Or to this side. I'm just gonna kind of baste a little bit of it. Kind of be gentle because it's try it on the other side too without having to 30 minutes. We're gonna check it again, but hopefully y'all were able to see that. I know it was kind of dark. All right, so I got, I would say, pretty good amount out of the pan. Hey, Kenai, stop. If I had a bigger pan, I would just baste it over and over again. Thinking about 30 minutes, I'm going to baste it again, try to get the other side a little bit better. Kenai, what do you think so far? Oh, we need to show them your little Thanksgiving tie. Show our friends you got a little haircut, and guess what they gave you? A little tie. Stop, hold on a second. Sit down, sit down, sit down so they can see your little tie, buddy. Sit down. Sit, sit. Hey, mister, sit, sit. So they can see your tie. But look, y'all, it's a little Thanksgiving. I don't know how well you can see that. But it's a Thanksgiving tie, and look how handsome he looks. Say, guess. Aw, you so handsome. Little Thanksgiving. I mean, look how cute, y'all. We're gonna check back in a half hour and do some more basting. I think we're gonna baste it every half hour until it's done. So that way, keep it flowing with the butter. Yeah, I think this will work. All right, so there's a few things, Chase is holding the camera. There's a few things I didn't video because in the moment I just needed to get it done. Part of the turkey leg was kind of like lopsided. So I lifted it up and shoved the onion underneath it because I wanted the turkey to be lifted as much as I could. It was just hard, y'all, because the butter and juices and stuff were kind of coming up a lot. So I did extract quite a bit of...
Sounds like excuses.
But I mean, I would also recommend getting a thermometer so you can check it, because that way you make sure. So it's been pulled out. It's rested a little bit, depending on your oven size. You may look at spatchcocking your turkey. I'll put a link to a video. I'll try to find a video of how to do that. I've done it with chickens before, but it's the same thing with turkeys. That way you can lay it flat depending on your oven size, or if you would do your convection oven, because I know some campers do that too. And some RVers are using smokers too. Moment of truth, I know I'm very unconventional of how I'm going to take this apart, but I like...
Your dog. I just want to see Kenai's reaction. He wants a piece too.
I don't think you can have... Well, okay, it looks pretty juicy.
It does.
This looks actually pretty good. Like I said, get an oven thermometer. Do it on the thickest part, because what you don't want is for it to be dry. Okay, so it's like pretty good looking. It's like very hot still. This looks like a good piece. As I'm like, maybe I should get a plate. I am a big fan of the dark meat, so that's just my take. So moment of truth. That's pretty good. Not bad. Here, you want to try some?
I can try some. Sure.
I'm just not that big of a turkey person,
He
guys.
just doesn't like turkey.
It's great.
You just don't like turkey.
Just not a big turkey person.
Anyway.
Do you have some?
I don't know. What's the
I
research?
don't have to research. I don't know if he can have turkey. He is like... Hey!
Y'all, he would grab that whole thing,
Oh my gosh, he would.
take it over there.
I'm not going to. Sorry, buddy.
We'll make you some.
I'll give you
Other
a treat
stuff.
or something. Sorry, buddy.
Should I give him the big one?
Yeah, you can give him the big one. If you're like needing it to be the breast side up, I would just be careful and flip it, and then. I know our camper's a little mess.
The whole thing, probably?
You can give him the whole thing.
Yes. Yes. Handshake. Handshake. Thank you. Goodbye.
It's gonna go hide it somewhere. But anyway, if you want the breast side up, I would just flip it maybe 30 minutes left. That's left of your cook time, and then just be careful flipping it over. But yeah, so you can cook.
It is possible.
So it is possible to cook a turkey in the camper.
Yeah.
So I use a 9x13 pan. This is a 12.56 pound turkey. It did take a little bit longer to bake, but that's just because it's a camper oven. That's why I really suggest getting oven thermometer and a regular probe thermometer to check. So anyway, happy Thanksgiving. We are thankful for each and every one of you that watches our videos. Seriously, y'all are the best. We hope you all have a great Thanksgiving wherever you are, camper or no camper. And yeah, we will see y'all. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks, y'all. All right, now we have a 12-pound turkey to eat. Bye, y'all. Kenai, what do you think of the video? I didn't film this because I just didn't film it. But as I was taking the meat off the turkey, I found a surprise. I found the gizzards or giblets bag. I have never done that before. I have always checked and double checked. Look, you are a mess. And yeah, so I mean, the bag that I was in, it was fine. The turkey's still fine to eat and everything. I just threw the bag away. But I can't believe. I wish I had like videoed it or something, but I was just taking the meat off the bone and found a little surprise. So this is your reminder to grab the giblet or gizzard or whatever you call it bag that's inside the turkey, and chickens too. A lot of whole chickens will come with it. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty small bag, so I'm just gonna tell myself that. But anyway, happy Thanksgiving, y'all. It is super late, but we appreciate every one of you, and we will see you next week.